Yes, I know the patch is out. I know. There it is. There it is. It's in Solution 9. Huh. But we're gonna do the role quest first because we're almost done them. And I don't want to just go and do something else just because I'm new as a peer. Greetings. So have you decided to aid my people in retrieving our treasure? Yes? Yeah. They'll be glad to know my long and arduous journey from our homeland in the distant south of Yuktorol was not in vain. As for the treasure we will have you recover, it contains the undying essence of an armadillo. Raw vitriol. We're going to the army. These steel hogs, as we call them, rely on their tough hides to protect themselves from predator. The legend speaks of one that lived to an extraordinary age, perhaps due to its natural suit of armor, came to be known as the Lord of the Forest. At the end of their long life, our ancestors enshrined the vitriol soul within the steel hog vessel. For generations since, the divine blessings it bestowed have been a great boon to my people. Those under its protection need not fear a wild beast, for fang and claw cannot harm them. This allows us to hunt in the forest without risking our lives. So it puts a shield on everybody. It's whoever holds it is going to be completely, I wouldn't say invincible, but impregnable. Like, it's like true defense. Nothing can harm them. This treasure, so crucial to our people, was stolen by a tall, slender merchant, or rather, a man posing as one. He came bearing exotic wares from foreign lands and served alcohol freely, toasting and offering to new friendships. Our people became caught up in celebration in the morning. The merchant was gone along with the steel hog vessel. That sounds like Uda. Without it, we cannot bestow its blessings afresh upon our hunters. The effect wanes over time, and one by one we are losing our protection against the savage predators that stalk our lands. As I and my grandmother and daughter Sitolja still possess the treasure's blessings. We have been tasked with locating the steel hull vessel and returning it to the village. The trail led us here to Toriolo, where we believe the perpetrator boarded a ship and made good his escape. The journey here has already pushed this decrepit body of mine beyond its natural limits, and a lengthy voyage by sea would likely be my end. Although I urged Sitolja not to make the crossing alone, she was determined to give chase. Given that you hail from across the ocean, your knowledge of those lands will prove invaluable to her. Not only that, but our quarry may use the steel hog vessel to his own ends. Only a skilled warrior can stand against such a foe. Sitolja is no warrior. You'll have your trees. You'll have your treasure. Two shakes of Adello's tail. I'm truly grateful. My granddaughter's first port of call is a place called Alamigo. Oh my god, we're going to Alamigo? Makes sense. You see, as the thief took all his wares with him, the only clue left behind was an empty bottle of whatever grog he was serving. After asking the sailors here, it seems it was produced in Alamigo, and with other leads, he told you set forth. Once you arrive, she should not be difficult to find. These days, only a handful of Momoja attempt the journey, most of them brutish mercenary. Sitolja is a far daintier creature and is sure to have made a favorable impression on the locals. May the steel hog watch over you. Traveler, perhaps you should begin your search by asking Ralgar's reach. Boom, 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 boom. To be honest, not gonna rush this because I am gonna but yes, I met the Marble Jaw girl you're after. She was looking for a tall, thin man. Some sort of thief, apparently. It sounded a bit like the leader of a gang of bandits that look around Vidra. So I told her as much. Chances are that's where she headed. I hope she stays out of trouble. She came over while I was cleaning the cannon. She showed me an empty Eric bottle and said she was looking for the bloke it had belonged to. Thing is, this brand's found all over Alamigo, so I wasn't able to help narrow her search. I've been in Alamigo in a while. It's crazy. On my trolls, but he carried an enormous axe, not at all like the person you described. What? What's that? There's a bumble jaw carrying a giant axe somewhere? Yeah, let me apply some of this. It's common remedy where I come from. Are you here to lend a hand? This poor soul was attacked by highwaymen. I could use help tending to his wounds. Don't worry about me. It's my escort who's in trouble. He's in pursuit of the thieves, and I fear he's bitten off more than he can chew. Please, will you aid him? You bastards. There it is. Ow. Oh. Ooh, counter. So it can counter too. Probably absorb attacks and then redirect it. Nothing like a bit of divine intervention to tip the scales in my favor. Artifact in my hands, I am invincible. You are! What about your men? Another one? What? It's time to earn your coin. I appreciate the assistance, but he wasn't joking about divine intervention. And strange force pushed me away. I can't even get near them. I don't need to get close. The Steelhawk vessel. Return it at some just stolen goods. Huh. You won't fight another. You followed me all the way here from your backwater village. Alas, your journey has been put on. The vessel is mine. What? Chow? Chow Tulufe? Will make better use of the artifact than you and your ilk ever could. By the might bestowed upon me, I will become savior to the oppressed. Destitute. In light of my grand ambitions, the vessel's power would be wasted on the likes of you. If you cannot hunt without it, might I suggest a change of diet? I hear the acorns are delicious at this time of year. Oh, there goes my internet. Of course. Oh yeah, I forgot to open the... Oh, it's not just internet? Oh, give it a break. Yeah, things have gotten much worse. Now I have to wait. Yeah, the area has become much worse since because of the winter. It's not just winter, it's just people doing something in the area that's just making it worse. I want to figure out my neighbor's network, and I've come to find out she like called them like 2 weeks ago or something and told them like, hey, turn it all off. And I'm sitting there trying to figure out why I can't connect her network to the whatchamacallit, to her Roku, and come to find out it's like, yeah, because I wasn't like, she tried to explain it, but it come to find out it's like she called them and told them to shut down the account and stuff. So I'm sitting there trying to connect pretty much a dead network to the Roku. I'm wondering why it's not working correctly. So in the end, I had to connect hers to... Yeah, I had to connect her to mine, which honestly causes problems, from what I can see. Anyway, well, this is just great. It just means more work. That's what this is. No, it's not. It's not even close to coming back. It seems like also every time a patch shows up, this happens. My entire network goes down completely. And it's so annoying. Guess what? We're back again. Yeah. Hmm. Alright, back here. We gotta... Oh. We gotta skip through all the cutscenes. Well, or all the dialogue at least. Trying to. Trying to stream. Oh. Have to run through the scene. That vessel is mine. Change the diet. Oh, and then they run off. Huh. All that boasting and you didn't decide to stick around? Damn it all. I was so close. By now, but now is not the time for regrets. These two are in need of a healer. I'll see them safely to Ragar's reach. Would you mind meeting us there? Once their injuries have been treated, we'd better tell the resistant soldiers what happened. Yeah, if this goes down again, I'm done for the night. I'm just gonna take my loss. I'm just gonna gather up all the videos for 14 or something. Or maybe just, well, first I would have to do the Final Fantasy videos first. Wow. That was literally the end of the... That was literally the end. Oh. Killing me because of this. Oh. Well, I'm glad we made it to safety without any more trouble. Those bandits wouldn't dare step foot in this place. Oh, how rude of me. I never asked your name or how you chanced across us for that matter. You came all the way from Toyolo at my grandfather's behest? I can't tell you how grateful I am. As for the highwaymen, they possess the steel-hulled vessel, a treasure from my village. Not only does it grant protection from harm, it also produces a potent blast when the barrier is dispelled. As long as our enemies have the vessel, attacks at close quarters will be extremely risky. Although, as we say in my village, cracks form in even the mightiest of shields. Knowing this, we are careful not to rely too heavily on its power. But now that the Steelhawk vessel has been stolen, this self-same power is being turned against innocent people, such as yourselves. I only hope you can forgive me for allowing this to happen. There's nothing to forgive. If anything, we should thank you for coming to our aid. At Chow too, if he and his lackeys have a lot to answer for. Breed. We'll give the resistance our testimonies, and with any luck, the information will go some way to clapping those bandits in irons. I'll go with you. The soldiers here need to be warned about the vessel. No, leave that to us. We'll relay what you've told us, word for word. After all, you'll need to move quickly to have any chance of getting your artifact back. When you catch those robbers, give them one for me. Oh. How about you, Ronald? I hope I can count on you to be there or whatever else is next. Yeah. I knew it. I said you're eager to get started, but I need time to plan our next move. Bandits aren't known for being found easily. I'm surprised to see a Momoja among them. I can't imagine why Kokuja would work for Chow of all people. Oh, you know. Bandits abound. Ronald, I have something that might help us. One of the soldiers has been contending with the same bandits who stole the vessel. I'll go and find them. Give me a moment, would you? Sorry to keep you waiting. When she told me she'd been sent an assistant, I would never have guessed it'd be the savior of Alamigo himself. You're something of a local celebrity, I take it. I'd love to hear more about that, but for now, let's concentrate on the matter at hand. Yes, quite. The bandits you've been chasing are behind a spat of recent incidents in Alamigo. What's more, it appears that Chow was part of a larger network known as the Passage of the Unbound, which is spreading its mayhem far and wide. In particular, they've been carrying out raids on trade caravans heading here from Gudania. We've increased patrols along that route, but the bastards strike so quickly that they usually make good their escape by the time aid arrives. On the rare occasions we caught them in the act, they use some kind of device or magic object to deflect our arrows and send them spiraling. That's the Steelhawk vessel. It was stolen from my village, you see. I'm sorry for all the trouble it's caused. The one who took it, Chow, said something about using its power to help the oppressed and dissident. What do you think he meant by that? That sounds familiar. The purports say the thieves were shouting something along those lines during the other raids. They claim the merchants are overworking and underpaying their laborers, and therefore deserve to be targeted. I don't see how stealing a bunch of goods helped the workers, and there's not a shred of evidence of everyone being exploited. If you ask me, they're just in it for the money. In any case, the reasons won't matter a jot once they're behind bars. But for that, We'll have to catch them first. The most recent incident occurred here. Porta Paritiora. One of the waypoints on the road to the palace. If you want to know more, you best hear it straight from the commander there. Anyway, I'll send word ahead to let you know. Let her know you're coming, assuming that you are. Yes, of course, much appreciated. That sounds like a promising lead. The soldiers here were good enough to explain the lay of the land around here, so I shouldn't have any trouble making the journey by myself. I'll see you there. You sure? You sure you could do that? You sure? It's been a while since I've been in Stormblood areas, so. You sure? Good, you're both here. My colleague at the Reach has told me everything. I can confirm that we had several sightings of Chao Ji. I call him Chao Ji. And his gang in recent days. They've even taken to ambushing our patrols. There's most brigands which flee from armed and armored soldiers. This lot seems to take pleasure in gouging us into attacking. But the treasure they carry makes them invulnerable. They could also emit a devastating blast, but that's only effective at short range. Shao Ti wants to draw your soldiers in close quarters because they stand no chance. Well, that explains their uncommon boldness. Thank you. She will go far in helping us contend with the bandits. I'm sorry to interrupt. It's him. Who might you be? Oh, simple peddlers, my good lady. I myself am of Garlean stock. A Gridanian stock, and after learning my craft in the markets of Buda, I now deliver all manner of finely eager patrons through Eorzea. But enough about that. I hope you'll forgive me, but I couldn't help overhearing you mention a gang of highwaymen. We've heard similar tales from other traders passing through, and it seems some stretches of road are more dangerous than others. In fact, the bandits are most often seen at a specific location not far from here. If you like, we can take you there ourselves. Please, by all means. Wait, Ronald can take care of himself, but I can't allow any more civilians than necessary into an area believed to be teeming with bandits. It seems I've no choice but to ask you to go without me. Sorry, but if those highwaymen did turn up, I wouldn't be much good in a fight. Well, you head off to investigate. I'll see if there's any more information to be had here. Yay. Then it's settled. I shall leave our newfound friend in your capable hands. But, oh, if you say so. I suppose we should be on our way then. If we do run into those highwaymen, you'll protect us, right? Hopefully. Once headed your way now. You know what to do. But unacceptable. Either you do this without my help, or I'll find someone who can. Show some backstory. told you. It's weird that a bunch of merchants just show up and then suddenly a merchant just shows up and be like, oh, I've seen them. I know exactly where they are. And like, excuse me? What they don't know is they just lured probably the worst player on the board. The most dangerous player on the board. We're almost there. It's just on the other side of this gully. Actually, if it's all to say to you, wait here while you go on ahead. There's already morning. This is already morning close enough for my liking. Yeah, let's get the trap done so we can move on with the plot. Oh no. Look, it's the destination. Sure hope nothing happens. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I gotta remember how to play. How to play this job. Here, have a drill. Have another drill. What's that? Break all your bones? Ah! You beat them? All of them? How very fortunate. Then I best contact the boss. Want to know all about this. No doubt he's still talking to your friend and the commander. Glad to hear you've come to no harm. Right. Oh yeah, problem. You never guess what, boss. It's a lot of them. Yes, understood. Not quite sure why, but he says they'll be here in a jiffy. They're not coming. Is it true you beat them all single-handedly? Gotta be good. I'm glad you're on our side. Anyway, I'll take it from here. Alright, very impressive. And how jolly convenient. Villains to be up here exactly where we thought they would, too. But above all, I'm glad no one was hurt. Well, no one important, that is. I'm relieved to see that everyone's safe. It must have taken a lot of courage to bring Ron in here, knowing that danger could be lurking around every corner. Are you sure you're alright? If you're putting on a brave face for our benefit, there's no need, I assure you. No, we're fine. Couldn't be better. Well then, okay, that's enough excitement for one day. We'd best continue on our way to the Alamegan quarter. Where's the sound deals the broker? That sort of thing. I dare say it'll be some time before any ne'er-do-wells have the gall to descend upon this neckwood of the desert. And as for you, my friends, I advise you not to stray too far from the beaten path. You know what's good for you. What do you mean by that? What's that supposed to be? There's nothing left for us to do here. So let's head back. Back to Porta. Porta Praetoria. Well, that was all very strange. One moment they're helping us apprehend criminals, and the next they're racing off to peddle their wares elsewhere. Merchants certainly have a busy lot, aren't they? Not that I'm complaining, of course, but their suspects in custody Sure, the Resistance will be able to wring some very valuable information from them. I expect all that ringing will take time. Take a while, though. It looks like we've been given an opportunity for a little rest. You certainly earned it. At a guess, I'd say the Resistance has been interrogating the captured highwaymen for long enough to get some answers from them. Any luck? We may even learn about where we can find Chalty. I'm sure the commander is as eager as we are to put a stop to his misdeeds. Let's go and see if she's unearthed any useful information. Yay! I was about to send someone for you. Glad you could save me the bother. I have a favor to ask of you both. I'm going to let the criminals walk free, and I want you to follow them. You see, our question is real that the bandits are indeed working with Kelty. Okay. If we cut one of them loose, he might lead us straight to their den. But if the mission fails and you're discovered, you may find yourselves confronted with an unknown number of outlaws. It'll be fine. Of course, I considered sending my own men, but I suspect that by now, the bandits know our faces after Ronald's little display in the gully. I'm sure he alone can handle whatever trouble may come his way. I'll go with him, if it really does lead us. Guilty. I need to be there when we find him. Very well, but if it comes to a fight, you stay behind Ronald, understood? I'll have the suspect brought over now, but remember what I said and stay out of sight until he leaves. Complete this quest and we'll be halfway through this. Yay! Don't look at me like that. I said I'm sorry, didn't I? Huh? I bet you did several times. And as much as it galls me, there's no evidence to contradict your claim that you were acting in self-defense, nor is there tangible proof of any other wrongdoing. We have no choice but to let you go. You have somewhere to go, I presume. I suppose I could find work loading caravans in Allegri. Seems as good a place for making a quick turning over a new leaf. I'll have you escorted there. But you do best to keep your nose clean, or we'll come down on you like a ton of bricks. Turn over, leave my ass. He'll be back among his teaming mates before long, and you'll be right there behind him. For now, all we need to know is the location of their den. Do not attempt to approach the suspects. I'll send a word ahead of Allegri. Once you have the information we need, report to the troop stick. That might actually be the game. That might actually be the game now. Remember, every time there's a patch now, everybody wants to DDoS the game for some reason. All it does is waste my time. Okay. Whoa! Yeah, like I said, that's whatchamacallit. That completely is the DDoS happening. The thing that pisses me off is, like I said, it's such a waste now to play this game. I feel it's that bad, and people just don't understand it. Why do you think I only spend like an hour or not even that? Oh yeah, the new PvP is here too. You know what? I don't even want to be here now. No. I'm sorry, but I can't. Oh. Alright, see? Now we're stable. The only reason, like I said yesterday, something hit really hard on on 14 that caused it to be like, oh yeah, now we're over 900 people. It's like, yeah, that's DDoSing. It means everyone disconnected at once or something. So we're just gonna try to finish this. Hopefully. I don't even remember where we were at this time. Same for you, okay. You both. I'm gonna let the criminals... Okay, yeah, we were letting the criminals walk free. Which means I would probably have to fall. I'm not live, by the way. I am recording this part. I'm just so tired, and... I'm tired, annoyed. It's like morning, early morning. Look at me like that, yeah. Let me get up. Let me get a gauge from the last part. Yeah, this I have to combine 3 videos at the end of this. Just for this part. Yeah, it was gonna okay. He's like, huh? Like the game, I keep harping on 14, but it's like it's not a bad game. It's just I've played it for so long, and it consumed a lot of my time. And even now, it feels like I'm never getting anywhere in this game. Now, what we can do... Yeah, once you have the information we need, report to the truth station. Okay. This is the chance we've been waiting for. Let's go. Exactly. Let's go. Let's go! It's just... And then, like I said, Dawn Trail came... And instead of being able to actually play and do stuff, the game, my internet decided, no, you don't get to stream this or play this or do anything. And that's when I realized, why? Why am I trying to do this? Why am I getting up early in the mornings, super early in the morning, and trying to play a game for 24 hours straight? And it's like, why? And people were asking me that too. It's like, and my excuse was I wanted to be ahead of the curve. I wanted to be ahead of everybody in my FC, and only to realize why, you know. Considering the way I play this game, I could be ahead of people at any point in time, and more. Like. Considering I have more time on my hands than anyone in my FC, considering I'm disabled and stuff. So it's like, so why am I trying to rush through that? Then I realized it's like, yeah, because I want to have more time to do other things. There he is. So much for finding work at Alexandria. He's only just arrived, and he's already leaving town. Now comes the tricky part. Keeping our eyes on him, and his eyes off us. Stick close, but not too close. Like, as of this moment, we are in day 1 of, we are like, day 2 of 7.0. Okay? I mean 7.4. And I've done none of it. Because I wanted to get done the role quest line, because I had started it. It's something that should have been done 2 days ago. Because we're at Wednesday of the... Yesterday was the patch day, and today is day 1, like day 2 of the patch. Like I always say, this game has become very hard to stream now. Not because it's like drama or anything. It's like my network just doesn't want to cooperate with streaming it and playing it. Like, what the heck is he doing? No, he's just this foolish. No, he's just that not very smart. There we go. Huh. Now best to follow her. Oh. There we go. It's done. He didn't even notice us. He looked right at us, too. The direction. Those are the merchants we met at Porta Victoria. Mm-hmm. Did they just let you go out of the kindness of their hearts? Is that it? I heard that, but you came crawling straight back here. Whoever they sent to track you right to our doorstep. I swear, no one followed me. The soldiers took me for as far as Allegria, and then back the way they came. I made sure they were specks in the distance before I even set a foot outside of the town. I suppose I have no choice but to take you at your word. Not that it's worth one. Well, now that this charade is at its end, let's change into something a little less drab. And now we have what we need. Shao-Chi, why did you make us fight that bloke without a blessing? You could have killed the lot of us without breaking a sweat. A mere oversight, that is all. It pains me to admit it, even with the invulnerability granted by the artifact. The likes of us are ever at the mercy of the truly powerful. I never expected that mobile jaw wrench to hire a warrior of such caliber to retrieve the vessel. A pox still nose interfering nincompoops. Oh my. But the mobile jaw girl didn't seem a bad sort. Naive, maybe, but it's plain that her heart's in the right place. You truly are pathetic. Not only did you fail miserably, but now you're sympathizing with the enemy? Give me one good reason why I shouldn't rid myself of you permanently. No, please, we owe everything to you, Shanti. Without you, we are nothing. They were all in on this from the beginning. But Shanti pulling the strings. But this is how he treats his friends. Imagine what he'd do to his enemies. You couldn't stay away, could you? What? Imbecile! You led them right to us. Kuja, eliminate these vermin. Let me handle this, Ronald. You're from Tyrol, working here as a mercenary, yes? The ones who hired you stole the Steelhawk vessel from my village. We need its blessing to stand a chance against the beasts of the forest. I can't return home without the vessel. Either return home empty-handed or you won't be returning at all. I'd rather not harm a fellow Torali. So get out of here before I change my mind. I've bought enough time, but listening to your blabbering. Don't let me catch you sniffing around our trail, our tails. T and his underlings are out of sight. I thought I could make that Kakoja see, but he was clearly in no mood to listen. I'd say our best option is to report to the resistant members in Allegria and share what we've learned. Yeah, the Starlight celebration is happening as well. So much fun. Resistant. Regardless of how things turned out, we appreciate your cooperation in the investigation. The information you provided would certainly give us a lot to consider. From what I hear, you almost came to blows with a Mambo Jaw cell sword, or cell axe, I suppose. I'm glad that it didn't come to violence, especially given the power these bandits have at their disposal. Even so, we thank you for your braving such a dangerous mission. No thanks is needed. We are just as much a part of this investigation as the Resistance, and I'm sure we can agree. We'll need to work together to take down Shalti and his gang. Their performance at Porta Victoria showed just how cunning they are. It would seem so, yes. I'm told their little act was convincing. Be sure to warn my comrades against any similar shenanigans. As for the two of you, be careful out there. Well, how's this quest then? Oh. I don't even know if this is the second or third quest on the board. All things considered, I'd say that went fairly well. Shelty used the same trick as the time he came to my village, namely posing as a simple trader when he's in fact a dastardly thief. Still, even the most skilled actor can fake the fear in his men's eyes. It appears that Shelty has complete control over them, and they are powerless to resist. The only one who doesn't seem afraid of him is Korchia. He even let us go, and he had no obligation to do so. I think that if we had a chance to talk, we might find some common ground. Yeah, I get that feeling too. I knew you would. I've never been much of a fighter, but I make up for it in other ways. I'm fairly good judging character for one. For most of my life, I've lived in a remote village deep in the forest. I had hardly any contact with the outside world, so I thought talking to strangers was quite daunting at first. But over the course of my journey, I've traveled to all kinds of places. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Wherever you go, people are people. In the end, our cultures and places where we grow up don't make that big of a difference. None of us are perfect, and we each have our own faults. And even if it's harder to find in some than in others, I believe there is good in all of us. That's why I hope we have another chance to speak with the thieves. And Kakoja. I'm certainly not strong enough to beat any sense into them. So I'll try talking some sense into them instead. Having said, well, all of that, I can't even feel a shred of goodness in that shelty. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough, or perhaps violence is the only language he understands. Things might get a little rough before he's willing to listen. Anyway, we can save him for last. I'm trying thinking of a way to reach out to the other members of the gang. Give me a little time, would you? That should be it. That's all I wanted to do. This is it. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so that was the third quest. So we're blind out. Okay. Yeah. Alright.